All right, so Bitcoin seems to be in a little bit of a reversal right now. Today is Monday, the 24th of March, 2025. They said I should be putting dates in my video, so yeah. And Bitcoin seems to be reversing a little bit right now. And in this video, I'm going to be dropping my price prediction where I think Bitcoin is going to go both long term and short term. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure to watch this video to the end. Subscribe, smash the like button, share, and do all that nice stuff that I usually do to get the videos to more people. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so this is Bitcoin on the 1 day time frame, and I just want to point out a couple of things that I noticed recently. I actually covered this chart in my last analysis. If you've not watched that, then you need to watch the previous video in order to understand where I'm coming from here. But you guys should understand that this yellow cross here, this yellow line here that I have in the charts, actually came from Bitcoin's weekly time frame. Now, on the weekly time frame, these lines here happen to be the cross, stochastic RSI cross. So let me just go back and show you that, just to fulfill our righteousness. So this is it here. We had this here, this here, this here. You can see it each time this cross happened, Bitcoin moved up significantly. However, Bitcoin does not move up just like that. It moves up in a, should I say, dynamic way. So let's go back to the 1 day time frame. So on the 1 day time frame, you can see something like, since I've marked out these points, you can see that Bitcoin doesn't react to the bottom of the weekly stochastic RSI yet until there's a little bit of a reversal or a bear trap on the stochastic RSI, if I want to call it that, because it is in fact a bear trap. Look very clearly here. I can see that the stochastic RSI is headed downwards, and then we get a reversal, and this reversal is what leads to the actual move. Crazy, right? Now if we move forward, you see that that's the exact same thing that happened after the reversal. Then we had the actual move, and you can see what it led to. Look at it. I'm not making this stuff up, you guys. You're seeing this live, you know. So this reversal is here, and then prices go up. Look at it. We could say the same thing for here, but here was even more clearer because it was just a double bottom. But very evidently, we can see that it's the same thing that is happening right now. And if we're looking at the price move for Bitcoin, we should be looking at Bitcoin reaching really good moves. However, you should still expect a dump, because that's significantly always what happens. You can see here, after we move up, we then get a reversal. After we move up, we then get a reversal, you know. And even this one is a crazy reversal to the point that it actually even leads to a lower low. So that's actually something that I also want to discuss here as well. Despite the fact that I feel like Bitcoin has made a major bottom, it doesn't mean that it's up and away from here. There's still risk involved. So let me show you what the risk is. So if we look very closely, if we go to like something like the 4-hour time frame, Bitcoin was having a move, right? We are still in the middle of that move. Actually, we are having uptrends, right? So remember, the market is coming all the way from up here, right? And if we gravitate slowly towards this place, this still makes this place a very high interest for sellers in the market. So in my opinion, I think that it's possible that Bitcoin could still rotate downwards and even form a lower low. Maybe we could have it sweep below this 96k. But if prices get to here, if prices get to 91k or 92k, and I start seeing signs of a reversal, I'm definitely going to close all my long positions, because currently I'm in 2 long positions right now. You can see this was my entry on Bitcoin, and then I made an entry on Ethereum, right? But for Ethereum, I'm looking at really crazy price targets. I'm looking at somewhere like 2007 if prices move well anyway. But that's the kind of move I'm looking at for Ethereum. Let's see if that happens. But also, I'll also be looking to take profits somewhere around 2.8 2.2 thereabouts on that trade. But we're just gonna have to see how it plays out, basically. But back to Bitcoin though. So yeah, it's possible that Bitcoin could get a rejection here, and it could actually push prices a lot lower, but it still means that we are bottomed out, and that would just be manipulation in the market. So if I see, or if you see, actually, let me not drop this as a financial advice. If I should see something like that, I will go all in. I will sell my father's properties. I will sell everything that I own just to buy Bitcoin. I'm kidding, yo. Don't take me too seriously. I'm just joking. But yeah, I'm just saying that that would be the greatest confirmation ever. But one of the reasons I'm actually looking at a reversal is because of the fact that look at this RSI, both on the 4 hour and even on, let's see what it's like on the 1 hour. Yeah, on the 1 hour, everything is looking really, really overstretched right now, for lack of better word. But yeah, on the 1 hour, it's already stretched enough. On the 1 day, um we're already at that point there where a reversal would make sense, but we can't really call for a reversal now because there are no signs yet, in the charts. There are no signs yet. We have to wait for the signs in the charts before we even call for that reversal. So this could extend, especially on the daily. This could extend for a while because on the 1 week time frame, we are still fresh into this move. Still a fresh move. There's a lot that could happen, and as you can see, it's still moving very well. So this is what I'm looking at for Bitcoin today. Um, if Bitcoin should make this move and gets rejected here, actually let me do this on a cleaner chart. Right, so this is a better chart to use. So what I'm actually talking about is if Bitcoin should make it all the way back to the supply area, this is clearly a very strong supply area. You can't even you can't even make this shit up. Like here, and this whole zone here. The reason for that is because of all of this buying and selling pressure that was happening in the markets in all of this place. This makes this area here a pretty hot zone. So if Bitcoin should get here, we're going to have to get a rejection pretty fast. Or I think that's what's going to happen anyway. So we could have a price move to look like this. Um, could have the price move to look like this. A situation whereby prices will come back here only to do something like this. This is actually very possible to see with Bitcoin. I don't know why the chart is glitching like this, but yeah, this is what I'm thinking could happen short term for Bitcoin, and this will be pushing prices up to 92k, 91k. That's possible. That's even possible to happen by the end of this week, you know, and yeah, we're just gonna have to see how it plays out, how everything plays out, but I can't lie, Bitcoin looks quite interesting right now, and I'm really, really gathering money to buy the dip because I think this dip is going to be really, really important, especially with all the buying that I think has been going on behind the scenes that people don't know from these whales, because I know that they're heavily accumulating. It's not just reflecting in the chart because they are doing OTC, obviously, but that's a story for another day. Yeah, so this is what I think about Bitcoin right now. I promise you guys my next analysis is going to be an altcoin. Maybe you should drop you know what, I need you guys to drop your favorite altcoins that you want me to analyze, to drop analysis on, and whichever coin gets picked the most is what I'm going to analyze. Let's do it like that. All right, so thank you for watching. Smash the like button, subscribe, share, do all that nice stuff, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.